CTR, where our mission is to connect people with horses who wouldn't otherwise have the chance. We are partnering with the Harford County Public Library again this year to bring you 2 episodes of Trails and Tales to Discover Horses at Chesapeake Therapeutic Riding. As we all navigate reopening after the pandemic, we are excited to be working with you virtually again this year in the hopes that we will be back in the library next summer. Today, we are going to be talking about what is involved in getting a horse ready for a horse show. You saw in one of our other episodes, we concentrated a lot on Western events. Today, we are going to talk about more English events, 3-day eventing to be more specific. So we're going to be going over how we groom the horse, how we bathe the horse, how we braid the horse, and you can follow along with this handout. It's a grooming tools sequencing page, and when we use the grooming tools, they go in a certain order. So you're going to fill out the order that Miss Gail uses the brushes when she's grooming Foxy here. And just something to be aware of, these 2 pictures right here are that's one picture. One picture. Just so you are not confused. So we have Foxy in cross ties here in a wash stall so that nobody has to hold her and she can't walk away. And Miss Gail is going to first use a curry comb. And there are several different kinds. You can use the curry comb or you can use the curry mitt, which goes over your hand like a glove. They do the same thing. They have rubber bristles that lifts up the dirt and hair from the horses rolling out in the pasture, being sweaty and dirty. And you go in circular motions, starting at the neck and working your way back over the horse's body. You do not use the curry comb on their legs. There are lots of tendons and ligaments that are more sensitive in their legs, so we are just going to use it on her body. When you are ready to curry the legs, you can use the mitt for that. The mitt is much more flexible and soft. The next brush you're going to use is called the stiff brush, and it has harder bristles that will knock off all of the dirt and hair that Miss Gail just curried off of Foxy. And you, again, start at the neck, and you move your hands in a flicking motion. Get all that dirt and hair off, and you can see it flying off of her. Next, we're going to use the soft brush. The soft brush sort of smooths out all the oils in their coat, makes them nice and shiny, and it's a soft brush you can use anywhere. You can use it on their face, their legs, their body. It gives them that nice shiny look. All right, next, it's really important that we clean out our horse's hooves. And we want to make sure that they don't have any rocks or dirt packed in there that would cause them injury or cause them to be sore. You can do this every day, but it's especially important to do before a horse show. So when Miss Gail picks out Foxy's hoof, she's going to stand facing her tail, run her leg down Foxy's leg, support her hoof with her hand, and she's going to dig out all that dirt. There's something in the center of a horse's hoof called the frog that is sensitive tissue. She's going to pick around that. It's triangular shaped. the last brush that we're going to use for now is for the mane and tail. It kind of looks like a human brush a little bit. And you run it through their mane, get all the knots out. Like being groomed. They fall asleep when we're grooming them, especially on a hot day like today. It feels good. Next, we're going to show you some other things that you might have to do to get your horse ready to go to a horse show. Sometimes you may have to bathe your horse before a show as well. They might be really, really muddy. Maybe they've been sweating a lot on a hot summer's day like today. So to bathe the horse, we're going to do bathing 101. We're not going to be doing whitening and conditioning and all that, but we are going to hose her down. Then I'm going to use a jelly mitt, which is soft and pliable. I'm going to apply my soap to the mitt, not to my horse, and I'm going to curry all over her, just like you might scrub the shampoo in your hair. We're going to rinse her off again. So you can do conditioner with your horse, you can do whitening with your horse, but Foxy looks pretty good today, so we're just going to give her a nice cleaning. We're going to be careful that we don't get soap up near her ears, her eyes, or her nose, but everywhere else we're going to get nice and clean. So I'm going to hose her down, and then we'll start scrubbing. Dry. Luckily today we're working with a bay horse, which is her coloring. Gray horses take a lot longer to clean. But now that she is groomed, cleaned, now that she's been cleaned, our main hope is going to be that she doesn't go outside and roll in the dirt. Another thing that you have to do in order to prepare for an English show, which today we are going to do some games talking about 3-day eventing, we have to braid the mane and the tail. So the braid in the mane we call a button braid, and on the tail we do a French braid. So you'll notice that I'm standing behind the horse. I'm standing nice and close to her. I know her very well. She knows me very well. So I want to make sure that I'm safe when I'm back here, since this is a blind spot. I'm a little off to the side so she can see me, but I'm looking for safety as I'm doing this braid in the tail. We braid the tail because we're looking for the horse to be neat. So if you remember in our last episode, we talked about how the foundations of English riding come from the mounted military. So everything has to be neat, tidy, organized, and done the same. So we're doing that with our horse. So when I go to do a French braid, I want to make sure that her tail is clean first, so it's been brushed out. We ran our fingers through it to make sure there's no twigs stuck in it. We braid down towards the end of the bone that is in their tail. So it's sticking out right here. So I'm going to French braid the top half and then just finish the braid down to the bottom half, and we'll tie it off. You're going to watch me start and you'll see the end result. But for a French braid, it's 3 pieces of hair, or 3 chunks of hair, not pieces. That would be a very tiny braid. So I'm taking 3 chunks of hair, and we're just doing the simple version. You can
watch videos where they go through a whole detailed way to do the braid, but it's 3 pieces of hair, and you're constantly going to be switching left and right and putting it in the middle. And since it's a French braid, every time that I go back and forth, I'm going to pick up some more hair. So now this piece on the right got bigger. I'm going to put it in the middle. And this piece on the left I'm going to make bigger. I'm going to put that one in the middle of my 2 pieces. And back to the right, make it bigger. Put it in the middle. And on the left, make it bigger. And put it in the middle. I'm going to keep doing that until I'm halfway down the bone of the tail. A simplified version of how we French braid the tail. So you can see it's nice and clean hanging against her body. Comes down, here's the end of the tail, right at the end of the bone. So you come right down to the end of it. She's nice and neat and ready to be loaded on the trailer soon, now that her hair is being done.
Ready for a horse show, we have to show you how we get there. And although buttons could probably fit in the back of a truck or an SUV, it is safest, of course, to take them on a trailer. And we chose to use buttons for this segment because she misses everyone at the library. She's used to getting on the road all summer long for the summer reading challenge, and she's not doing that this summer. As you can see, she's excited to get on the trailer because she thinks she's coming to see you all. But let's hope for that next year. So for this activity, we have another handout that you can get at the bottom of this video, and it says, draw everything that Buttons needs to go to the horse show. So we have Buttons, and we have the trailer. We could get Buttons all braided up if she were to be in a horse show, but we need some other things to make sure that she's safe on the road. So we need a truck to pull the trailer. We need, let's show Buttons. We need water. We need to make sure we have a bucket of water on the trailer. We need, you thirsty? We need hay, which we already have some hay on the trailer for her to eat in case she gets hungry. A lot of times horse shows are all day long, so she'll drink through that bucket of water and more. We would need her saddle, her bridle, and her grooming supplies too. So once we have all that, we're ready to put her on the trailer. And it takes a team of people to put a horse on a trailer because we want to make sure we do it safely. We want to make sure the horse doesn't jump off, and we want to make sure we shut the door behind them so they can't turn around and escape. All right, so Molly's going to put the water on the trailer. And we have a styrofoam box in there so that the water cannot slosh around and spill, hopefully. And once she's done that, we will show you how we put Buttons on the trailer. We're going to get a running start here. Let's go to the library. So she's ready to go. She's going to be a little disappointed when we get her right back off, but we're making sure we keep practicing so that she's ready to come to the library next summer, and now she's ready to get on the road.
activity today, we are going to be doing 2 phases of 3-day eventing. We're going to start with dressage, and then we're going to do stadium jumping. So for dressage, I have an arena behind me. These are the dressage letters, which you will receive in a handout. The letters indicate where you are supposed to do certain movements. So for our game, we're going to have Gail performing the test. I'm going to be calling it out. You can make it whatever you want when you do this on your own. You can call out any order of testing. You can call out any order of activities when you do this with a friend or a sibling or a parent at home. We're gonna review the footfalls of the gaits. When you are doing the gaits, you can be doing a walk, which is 4 beats. We went over this in a video that you can see on our YouTube channel, but you can just do a slow clap. Gail can be doing a walk, since she's going to be moving around. The trot is 2 beats, so that's where in English riding, you'll see that the rider is posting, and you can do a faster clap, or you can jog, so you can be going up, down, 1, 2. The canter is 3 beats. This one, if you're clapping, you can get your legs involved. You'll be going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we don't do the gallop and dressage. It's too fast to do in a little arena. And especially when you're home and you have things set up to be the arena, we don't need to be running around all over the place. For our 3-day eventing, this is what you are competing for. You are competing for ribbons. So blue is first, red is second, yellow is third, white is 4th, pink is 5th, and green is 6th. So Gail is our sole competitor in this game, so she will win blue. And you could probably win blue too at home. We are going to have Gail start down at the letter C. At the beginning of every test, she will trot to the middle, she will salute, and that's also how she will end. So Gail, you can go ahead, trot to the middle, salute the judge, thank you. Then we're going to have you trot to A and turn right. Then you're gonna make a circle. Keep trotting, keep trotting. Once you've made the circle, you can walk. Good, when you get to the corner, you can canter at H, or K, sorry, another one. Beautiful canter, Gail. You'll walk at H. And then when you get to A, you'll come back to the middle and salute. So that was Gail's very simple basic test. You can come up with whatever you want. Walk, trot, canter, anywhere in the arena. You can try and trick each other, see how close together you can make all the movements. You can make it a really long test or a really short test. And next we are going to do jumping. For day 2 of our phases of eventing and our final phase here for our game, we are going to do show jumping. So, show jumping, you can use anything in the house that you are allowed to jump. You could lay down blankets, pillows, we have pool noodles out, sticks, you can set up sticks in your backyard. You're going to have to make the course and then memorize it. For jumping, you never know it before you get there. So this is the course that we have laid out. You're gonna jump a straight line of 3, 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to turn and cut across the arena over 2, and turn and cut across the arena over 6. 1 jump. I can count. So you're gonna be doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Gail is going to be riding the jump course. She has it memorized. Well, we're gonna see if she has it memorized. She's gonna do the 3, then the 2, then the 1. All 6 jumps. She's gonna do it as fast as she can without knocking them over or falling down, since she's on her beautiful horse. What is your horse's name, Gail?
Sally.
Sally, she's riding Sally. So Gail and Sally are going to be doing the jump course. Are you ready, Gail?
I'm ready.
On your mark, get set, go. beautiful clearance. Good lineup. You're gorgeous. Beautiful. Round of applause for Dale. So you can make the course however you want to, as long as you are out and about jumping and moving. All right, so that was our stadium jumping, which was phase 2 of the 3-day eventing. We just came up with games for dressage, where you tell your horse what to do at different points in the arena. We did stadium jumping just now, and the third phase that we are not demonstrating with a game for is cross country. So cross country is really fast, it's jumping outside, and you're jumping over solid objects. So if you did this outside, you could do a pile of sticks, maybe there's a fallen log nearby, maybe you could set up a sprinkler and you have to jump over water because there's water jumps. But you can make it happen outside as long as you have parental permission and it's not too hot. The 3-day eventing you actually can watch in the Olympics coming up soon, and you can watch them do all 3 phases in a very, very professional, fancy way.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Trails and Tales, Discover Horses at Chesapeake Therapeutic Riding. We hope you have fun filling out the handouts and playing some of the games. If you liked this episode, we have a lot more educational content on our CTR YouTube channel. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Tales and Trails.
No.
Trails and Tales. Which one is it? Trails and Tales?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, peanut gallery.
We hope you enjoyed